Hey, good morning, Paul. This one's going to be private for you. Just kind of explaining what I'm doing here and what you might want to consider if you find yourself down in the Mussel Shoals area to take some, I guess, ground based observations closer to the points you have in reference. Obviously, I don't know your exact location here at Campus Point parking lot, lot number 6, so I just centered it off. It really should not make much of a difference at the distance we're at. We know we're crossing over Mesa Lane, and eventually we are going to come to the houses that I identify just in front of the this right here. We're looking down at this from an overhead, so we don't see the height of that cliff face that reflects in the sun. We just understand in that short distance from from an overhead elevation, there's a significant drop that is what you are pointing to as far as items that you compare for your interpretation. You can also take a look at this ravine line that parallels the line of sight until it gets to a point and it crosses over the line of sight running out. And this other Y feature in this ravine line that meets up. You can see these in your observation and understand that they're there, so we are on the proper line of sight to try to establish what's going on. Which brings us down here to this point. This, I believe, is that lower white spot that you continue to refer to. And, the height of this or how much drop off, I think I went into the contour maps. And somewhere between here and here, it's dropping 80 feet in elevation. I think we start out somewhere just above at 200, which would take that down to 120 in the area. So to gauge the bottom of it at 120 might be more realistic than the 150. The 150 probably centers it up right. But if you're trying to establish how much is below this, it might be better to add to your work kind of a better idea of what people are looking at. Not sure how much you're going to get based on the tree line, but I would suggest if you end up finding yourself down in that area and you can access, if they allow access down this frontage road from Surfside in OJ Avenue. I don't know how that's pronounced, so I'll try not to butcher it too much. If nothing else, you could probably walk the tracks to that point and take a picture. If you line yourself up with the houses and you're on the grade, probably the backside, you would be in line to take from a ground shot a picture across that same path. If there are any obstructions in the way, making your way down to a point like here where you can see the trail going in, you might be able to get a straight on shot, perpendicular to the road, but I guess your best interpretation would probably be taking imagery from right in this area right here, whatever you could have access to without obviously standing on the side of the road unless it's allowed to do so there. I don't know where you can park and where you could navigate to take that picture. And then that would probably give you a better understanding of this little spot right here as far as how it influences your interpretation of the work that you do or what you convey in your presentations. So, yeah, I guess at this point, I'm not going to keep this. I'm going to make this public. There's no reason not to make it public. Everybody's got to understand how we get to certain points. And if you'd like to take the material and, build off of it, take this, merge it with what you take for pictures, it would make good, make a good topic, make good content. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So take that into consideration. Don't know how often you get down there, how far of a drive it is, or if it's something you could ask Bo to do. I believe he's right here in that neighborhood. And I don't know, maybe we can get some results on it. Thanks for your time. Bye.